Oh, it's been recording.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fast Lane Lifestyle with the beautiful Powells. You know what I mean? Not my wife alone is not the beautiful one. I think I'm beautiful too. Now. I need some props.
Props.
I need some props.
Why are you not giving props all the time?
Mm-mm.
You know, I think when
I
we
don't think so.
travel, we need to bring you a comb to comb your beard.
No, sir.
And comb out the beard a little
No,
bit.
I want to look rough whenever I
Why?
travel.
It's not even whenever you travel. I think we just
Oh.
need to treat the beard with care.
I want to look rough. I'm a ruffian.
We need to treat the beard with care.
But yeah, guys, we came back on here to follow up on our last conversation that we had. I guess a lot of people wanted us to touch more on the love language situation.
Well, first of all, let's just say it's a different setting if you're watching the visual aspects of it. If you're listening on podcast platform, guess where we are at? We are in Ghana, West Africa.
Yeah.
We are back home. So Asafa would normally say Ghana Meba, which is Ghana I'm coming, but we're already here. So Ghana Yawaha.
Yeah,
we're here.
we're home. I'm home. Guys, listen, when we got to the airport, I just went to immigration. Boom, I'm out. Some people who was born in Ghana who don't have a Ghanaian passport had to get a visa. I won't mention anybody's name.
Shade.
It's just some people.
Shade.
You know what I mean? I had to get a visa. And, you know what I mean? The man from Yard didn't need a visa because the man from Yard was coming home. You understand?
Anyways, let's get back on that. Is obviously it's me. I have a Canadian passport. I didn't get my Ghanaian passport when I lived here. My mom didn't apply for it for me. So now the process is happening. So next time we come into the country, it's gonna be me. That's like I don't have to worry about that process. And even though the funny thing is like everyone assumes I'm the foreigner, but he's really the foreigner because I'm the one around. I think my secret weapon is like people not knowing I'm Ghanaian while I'm here. And I understand the language, Tree, I understand Tree. So people be speaking it. And then, I speak Tree back if like I have to. But it's my secret weapon. So I'm here translating. Even Pidgin English, I have to translate Pidgin English to him. Pidgin is like patois, but some of the words are, So I think that aspect is very funny because like he say I got into the country, without a visa, making fun of me, but I'm the one still having to translate.
No, the thing is, if I was more familiar with the Pidgin language or with Ghanaian language, I would understand it. I think Ghanaians are more familiar with our language,
patois,
with patois, because Ghanaians they're very interested in our culture and all that stuff, and they're more familiar. They're more open-minded, more familiar with our culture.
And I think also because history, we're more our history is like we're educated on that a lot in terms of like slavery and all that.
We're all the way on the Caribbean side, so it's like we when they mention Africa, like it's a different situation,
right? But yes, our last podcast we touched on many topics. Some that was really the reaction. I guess I would say I wanted it to be not really necessarily a debate, but like a conversation starter where we're having these types of conversations. So I know some people like you post like a 20-second clip that is like obviously supposed to be an attention grabber that is supposed to get people talking. And then I just really noticed that a lot of people then just don't even say, let me go and listen to the full podcast before, I form my own opinions. But, at the end of the day, I would just like to say, no matter what people say, no matter what the assumptions, people are entitled to the assumptions. People are always going to...
That's what they don't understand, You can make your own assumptions. You can say your own things. Same way I can say whatever I want to say. And I can say what I believe. I can say what I like to do. What I like to do is not necessarily what you are going to like. You know what I mean? So for instance, when I was saying that for me, listen, for me and my wife, our friends, like our friend group is my friend group, or my friend, see, vice versa. It doesn't mean that you then are going to come and tell me that that's not how it's supposed to go. If I like to wear my hat backwards, you can't tell me that this is not the way it's supposed to be worn. You know what I mean? So when I mention something that we like to do as a couple, it doesn't necessarily goes for you. You know what I mean? That's why I say for me and for my wife. You understand? So whenever we say something, we didn't throw any, I mean, I guess you can call it throw stones, but we didn't put anything out there directed at anybody. So if you take offense to it, you need to check yourself. You need to evaluate yourself and check your life, the life that you're living. I understand? So instead of coming at somebody, because for one, me as a I don't care. I don't care one bit. So no matter what you want to say, I don't care. I don't give one damn. So, and my wife learning to,
what I was going to say was, I mean, that for me, this is what I want. I want people to have conversations like this. I also like these types of topics because I think, like, in some of my under the comments of my reel on Instagram, I got to realize that a lot of the hate or a lot of hurtful stuff come from Black men.
Mhm.
Like, Black men are the ones commenting stuff that it made me realize, like, the disrespect that a lot of Black women have to deal with. Like, some of the comments were just like outrageous, and the assumptions people make is just crazy. So then also it sheds light on how much work we still have to do as a community. Like,
I tell them, you know, let me talk. You
wait,
know, I like
let me
to.
finish
Okay,
my
go ahead, baby.
thought
Go ahead,
process.
baby.
There's still a lot of, like, segregation within the community, because I was seeing comments on mind you, everybody's life experience is different. So maybe fine, you're entitled to your opinion to think that if someone automatically is lighter as a Black woman, that they've had a better life or they get better opportunities and all of that. Mind you, it could be true, it can be true, but from my life experience, that hasn't helped me in any aspect. And someone might listen to
my
this.
mother either.
Huh?
Didn't help my mother either.
It did, like, and someone might listen to this and not be able to relate to it or think that it's very outrageous. But it didn't help me when I had to go into foster care. It didn't see no color. Like, it didn't help me. In my career, it didn't help me either. I was just another Black girl in an industry that Caucasian women dominate. I was just another Black girl. So in terms of color, even in school, I remember at a young age, someone telling me that, oh, you know that you're beautiful, but the only reason why, you're not, the boys don't have a crush on you is because you're Black. So it's like, at a young age, hearing stuff like that, and then that's coming from a white community, then like your Black community, it's like, oh, you're not Black enough. You have all these opportunities. You have this. So in a sense, too, sometimes in our community, we're creating, like, what was the term? Is it there's still colorism? We still have that mentality that was forced on us. That's like the conquer and divide. And the thing that I've learned is through history and everything, Black just comes in. The beautiful thing about being Black comes in different shades and colors and shapes and all of that. So some of the comments I had seen with this one man saying that, oh, he hopes in my next life I come back dark skin, fat, and all of this stuff. Then I looked at the person making this comment. I come from a Black woman. You clearly come from a Black woman. You're a Black man. What kind of outrageous comments are you making? Like, you literally hate Black women to make that type of comment. Why would that hurt me if I came back a Black woman? Like, yeah, I understand. And this is not taking away from the fact that Black women go through a lot. Black women opportunities are, it's hard. It's hard out here for Black women.
That fool is just an idiot.
But the fact that you're thinking that that's a curse to me, like, I come from a beautiful, strong Black woman, and she's the one that raised me, my core values. And there's also another. So to me, stuff like this is like great for us to have these topics because then you get to really see like how much work again, like the us as a people, us as a whole, humanity, we have so much improvement to do. And then the assumption that once you're with somebody that's in the limelight, automatically, what's the comment? I've been saved. I wasn't under a rock. I wasn't homeless, thank God, like I was not saved by any way, shape, or form. And there's always comments of like making women feel like you always ask what a woman has to bring to the table. Like we always have to prove ourselves and all of these things. And then if the man, of course, what Asafa has accomplished is out of this world. But why is it a competition between like my husband and myself that, oh, your career is nothing compared to his? But I was doing okay for myself. I was paying my bills. I was
But
living
there shouldn't be a comparison.
no, it shouldn't be a comparison, but that's like the thinking of like most women that are associated with a man in the limelight. They automatically think you're living a lavish lifestyle. And half of the time, that's not really it. Like the man is not like they assume that, oh, all the bags you have, all the shoes you have is just automatically given to you. And I'm sure some women listening to this would probably be like, yeah, not everybody benefits from that lifestyle. Like, especially if you're not married to the person, if you're just dating. So that's another assumption that I realize that goes around. And it's like,
No,
it's
but you
very,
have some people who are just they don't understand because um when I go on the street, automatically people think my car full of money or I have a safe up at the house, up by the house that is just filled with money, just putting on waiting to go throw in the ear to throw at people, all that stuff. And they're thinking that because if they had money, that's what they would do. You know what I mean? So you have some people who just jump in like fast money and just start living fast life and figure that everybody live that type of life. No. We work. I listen. I work hard. I work hard for my money. I don't work for my money to go and walk on the street and throw it in the air and throw it at people. You know what I mean? If you want your own, you go work. You go work for it. You know what I mean? But some people just get some easy, fast money and just throw it everywhere, throw it at every woman. And yeah, I mean, you have women who allow them to live that type of lifestyle, so then they don't have any respect for women. So that's when they see you, they won't have any respect for you because they figure that's the same type
I
of
mean,
life that you're living.
to be honest, like when that comment was made, after a while, I started to realize and laugh because it's like I'm realizing that there's a lot of like hurt people walking
Even when you
around
look at the person, even
around
when you look at the
every
person,
day.
you can just
Like,
look at somebody and know,
yeah,
and just read
and
them.
it's like, who hurt you? And I'm like literally realizing how emotional intelligence is so important. And when we have these podcasts, I also feel like the environment that we're in and the market that we're in, a lot of people are not used to podcasts. So if you talk about certain topics, they automatically assume that like I'm offended. I'm not offended. I just like, again, it's just good to shed light on some of the, like, you're walking around not realizing how hurt you are, because you're hurt, you have to spew hurts onto somebody else. But to me, I know who I am. I don't need to explain myself to anyone. But what I want at the end of the day is just be able to show and make women understand, like, if you end up being with someone either in the limelight or if you have to deal with, like, don't tolerate disrespect from anybody, and in life as a woman, you're going to have like a tough exterior. Just know who you are, be level-headed. You know your path, and people will talk, let them talk. People assume, let them even add their own remix to the assumption, because live your life for you. You can't please anybody. But these conversations shed light on who people really are. And a lot of it has nothing to do with you. It's all their characteristics and their background in life, the hurt they're dealing with. And you're not responsible to fix that. Because when I went on the guy's page, he's saying that, oh, all the athletes end up with light-skinned women. And that's not even the topic we're discussing right now. But all of his images were with
white women.
Right women, mixed women, all of these things. So
And
again, see,
him darker than me.
and to me, black is beautiful. I came from a black
But I can
woman.
respect you though. I can respect you though. You didn't hide behind a fake page. I can respect you for that. You didn't hide behind a fake page and
But let's
come on.
not.
But I guess you feel confident because you probably have money. You can throw it at one bag of white women and light skinned women and all that stuff. So you feel like you can attack anybody.
But let's not take away from the fact that I want to put out there, I don't support segregation. To me, black is beautiful. Black women are absolutely stunning. Skin tone just look like pure gold. Like, so
I mean,
to
all
me,
women, all women
all
are
women are
beautiful.
stunning.
All
But
women
right
are
now, I'm
beautiful,
just talking
but
about black
yeah,
women.
because there's an attack.
That comment was made towards black women.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if we're ever given a chance at life again and I came back as a black woman, I don't find that a curse at all. I actually find that very beautiful. I was born in Africa, you know.
That would mean that you feel like, no, it's a curse.
It was very weird. But
Yeah,
anyway,
so
just,
listen,
women,
man.
we have to deal with a lot as a whole and we just keep pushing forward. And when we leave little boys in the little boy corner,
people,
that's it.
Guys, you and I, we're not the same. We're different people, so don't think because you think one way, I think that way too.
And
we
mind you, you've dated all kinds of women.
Exactly.
From all kinds of different backgrounds.
Different race, different everything. So we're not the same. I've seen it all. I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? Moving on with my life, and that's it. You know what I mean? I have a different view on life now. I grew up, and and still learning. I grew up, but I'm still learning, and I surrounded myself with people who can teach me, and people who are leaders.
And the main thing would just be, I think, coming from a man of your caliber and being exposed to different women and living that type of lifestyle where it's like you're bouncing around from woman to woman. The main thing out of everything is respect for women. Like, have respect, have the respect. You don't have to be disrespectful or degrade a woman to make yourself feel better. But carrying on, so we're in Ghana for a speed clinic.
Yeah. Mr. Speed is here. Mr. Speed is here. So, I'm in Ghana for a speed clinic, as Alicia said. The first time we came here, I swear that, Ghana would just forget about everything the minute I left, out of sight, out of mind. But, we got a call, maybe a week after that they want us here. They want me here for a speed clinic, and I went to Alicia and was like, "Yo, we're going back to Ghana." But it's real good being here. It shows that there's an interest in building the sport here in Ghana, and it really it's a team effort. Parents, the parents here are very strict. So the parents have to allow, their kids, they have to open their minds, see the vision, and know that, it is possible. It's a way out, because not everybody is going to have that, mental capacity to go through all the school stuff. Some people have the talent for different things. Not everybody was made to be a scientist. Not everybody was made to be a lawyer, a doctor. Some people were just made to change the world in different ways. So, just to open the minds, of everybody. It's a way out. It's a way to create jobs. In track and field, you have coaches, you have the athlete first, the coaches, you have physiotherapists, you have managers, you have so many other people, it can create so many different jobs, and I think it's just a beautiful thing. It happened in Jamaica. There's a lot of jobs that were created in Jamaica. The amount of physiotherapists that we have in Jamaica now, and massage therapists and managers, it's crazy how the sport can really turn lives around. So I'm just here to really help, in that aspect. And, things has been very positive. We've been meeting so many different people, like people, even Jamaicans
Mm-hmm.
who are ready to invest, in Ghana and in the sports. So, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I think the future looks bright, but then yes, definitely again, being raised here and being from that background, I was just lucky enough that I came from a family that was really like sports oriented. Like my mom was heavily into athletics, her whole entire family, my aunties, all the way down to even my cousins. So for me, that was like automatically,
Mm-hmm.
we like that stuff, but not everybody is fortunate to have that. It's really, you either have to be a doctor, a
Mm-hmm.
lawyer, school comes first, which I fully support. But even in terms of if we look at it in that aspect for education, why wouldn't you want your child to have the opportunity to get a free education and either
There you go.
right, a
I didn't
free
even
free
mention that.
education,
Yeah.
scholarship. So
Mm-hmm.
then in that aspect, they're either gone in the States or, wherever else. That's an opportunity where you don't have to worry about school fees because 9 times out of 10, it's a struggle, So I get the exposure that way. And yes, so the parents definitely need to be a lot more open minded. Again, like touching back on what Saf said, not everyone, we're all blessed with many different talents. And in that aspect, you're limiting people if you're just thinking they need to function in one way. And then a lot of people end up unhappy in their
Mm-hmm.
in their jobs. And even with even if it's not athletics, just other sports, it's gonna open so much different jobs for the country, and then the exposure for the country and the economy and all of that stuff. So I think everything definitely starts from the parents and having them be a lot more open minded that education comes first. They can get a scholarship to go to school. I think if we start in that aspect,
Mm-hmm.
especially for
School.
Ghanaians, that would
Yeah,
have
just
them a lot more open minded
yeah,
that, oh, wow, you
yeah.
can really get a scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
educating them on that. That would be the
Mm-hmm.
perfect way to get the door
That's
open.
true. That's true.
And, they would be a lot more,
Open minded to it.
yeah, to it.
Okay.
So
That
very
makes sense.
excited as
Yeah.
well as, I think seeing Saf in this new walk of life that he's in, I think I always tell him that God blessed him in so many ways that he created his legacy, but that's not the end of it. I think there
Mm-hmm.
was more for you to do. There's
Mm-hmm.
more for you to do. Like share your talent, share your
Mm-hmm.
knowledge with the younger generation, and that's still even adding to your legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um
For me, I was never ever a selfish person. Even when I was training, and even my teammates that I compete against. Like, when I'm at training, I would try and help them with their start. I try to help them with whatever they needed
mhm,
help with. Not thinking that, oh, they might get the start and come beat me, or
right,
they might, have a better tap in and come and beat me. I didn't I never ever thought was that person to think like that. I was always somebody who wanted to see someone do better.
right,
And for me, my teammates always wanted them to do better. I always tried to make sure that, whenever we go out there, we are on top, we're the best. So I was just never a selfish person. So for me, helping people is just easy, it's just
mhm,
automatic for me. And I mean, I see myself. I used to say, "Oh, I don't want to be no coach. I don't want to do
mhm,
that." But the more I go around people helping, is the
mhm.
more I see that how much I really love it.
Yeah, you're in your
Yeah, it's
element.
like I just get consumed by all that is going on, and and then that's when I realize how much I know.
That too.
Sometimes you don't realize how much you know until you're in the situation and like to help somebody. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even remember that I knew this. you
And
know?
it shows you that you're capable. You're more than
hmm
capable of it. After what, almost 20 years in the
Yeah,
sport.
man, yeah, man. I've been in it for a while, and the good thing is, what I like, it's like I'm still active. So
Mm-hmm.
even if somebody doesn't understand something, I can show them.
Right.
I can do it myself and show it to them and say, this is how it's supposed to be done. So I like that part. I don't know. Michael do it now, no, 'cause Michael put on some weight,
Anyway.
but I see him moving around.
So yeah, with that being said, that just means like, look out for more. So whether it's you're hosting speed clinics,
Hmm.
seminars in regards to track, because we all
Hmm.
know that's all of the universities and schools
Yeah,
around the
that's
world.
something I want to do. Maybe
Um,
go around to the universities. Teach them because from ever since athletes has always been coming to me that they they're showing you in my class. We're learning how to start from your videos, like
mhm,
numerous like big athletes. I learned to start from your videos. They show us this in college. This in
mhm.
like I'm like, oh, cool, wow. And I mean, at the time, I was like, okay, cool. But no, I'm really looking at it. I'm like, man, I've helped a lot of people.
Yeah, that's an impact. So website coming soon. You can do your bookings through that.
Go wife, go wife.
So yeah, if you're interested in that type of thing, anybody watching, because I know our platform is very wide, has a wide range of
Yeah,
different
Kimberly.
listeners. I
Hmm.
don't know where to look. There's like so many different cameras. So yeah, so bookings coming soon, website coming soon, and I'm very excited to see how he touches the world, and he's
Hmm.
an inspiration to all. So why
Hmm.
not be more impactful?
My
He's
wife,
already
my wife
impactful,
is
but
proud of me just like how I'm proud of her. That's why I'm so much invested in getting her back to work because it's something that she's very passionate about, and it's teamwork, it's teamwork. She just didn't grow up. Nothing is wrong with, being a housewife or just letting your husband take care of you, but she just didn't grow up like that, and she has a goal of her own, and she
mhm.
wants to she has something that she wants to accomplish before, she come and just take care of me full time.
But I honestly don't even think like um I would I would ever really be like I can't sit still. So
Mhm.
even in terms of like people don't realize the podcast is work.
Mhm.
Like that's work.
Mhm.
And then hopefully in the near future it's just maybe going around and speaking to young women and encouraging them, and again like being boxed in. I know a lot of people didn't like that,
Mhm.
but women get boxed into different labels that people have created. So when I was talking about not being boxed in, it's just allowing women the freedom to find themselves. I'm not saying that they should go around and walk around naked, but it's like not
Mhm.
limiting them because they became a parent. They
Mhm.
still have a dream. They still
Yeah.
have accomplishments that they should be able to do
Yeah.
without society's
Yeah,
standards
them
that
born
they've
with
created
talent.
for
Them
women,
have talent.
yeah,
A
women
lot of
are
women have talent,
talented,
and like
especially.
a lot of women go to university have some like real honest degrees, big degrees. And I think they should be allowed to use their degree, their use their education, whatever talent. Some people can sew. Some people are like crazy designers,
Hmm.
and so it's not been boxed in and not being able to
Like,
use your skill to do all of that, because like who knows, maybe you become the next biggest designer, fashion designer, out there, and I
and
don't know.
I like for me, it's just like letting women be expressive,
Mm-hmm.
letting them have the freedom to be who they are without judgment. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when a woman is scared to say something and, it's like, oops, it's a mistake, we have to go through that to mature. We just don't
Mm-hmm.
mature overnight. Like it just doesn't happen like that. Who you are in your 20s is going to be different from who you are in your 30s, your 40s. It's
Mm-hmm.
being able to embrace every stage of that
Mm-hmm.
without judgment, without feeling like you have to hide a portion of yourself because society won't agree with it. I don't think I personally don't think that's fair at all. So it's just being able to express yourself, and then you're your best version of yourself when
Mm-hmm.
you can express yourself.
Not all women are cut from the same cloth, no, guys. I'm the one who
That's
listen, man.
yes,
I'm the
yes.
one who always I'm the bad guy now. I don't know to give the educated response. I don't know to. I just know to speak raw. You
We
understand?
balance each other out in that
Alicia
aspect.
has to like touch me sometime and say no. Sometimes we have to cut out some stuff out the videos because I just speak like I speak simple.
Right.
I speak very simple. Everybody understand. I'm not going to use no big words and all that stuff. You understand?
No,
So
but
not all women are cut from the same cloth. Not all women want to hear this that Alicia is saying right now. You know what I mean? A lot of women just want it, just want get and go. You know, they don't want to use up their educational skills, their whatever talent they have. They don't want to use it. They just want to go, like a lot of women just want to go to school.
some say
Some,
some,
yeah,
please.
some. I say a lot. I say a lot. A lot don't
Some.
mean all. No, I never say all.
Just rather use the word
Some women
some.
just want to go to school and just finish school and then go sit down and just collect money from men and then expect men to respect you. You know what I mean,
But
as much as how the man will be around you, will give you everything you want. I don't think respect will be there. I mean, that's just what I think. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think.
you're looking at me now. I mean, like I was just saying for expression of self, like expression of personality. And if your beliefs doesn't match up with someone, it doesn't automatically mean that they're a bad person. Sometimes it just means that they're in a phase of life that they're trying to figure themselves out. And I think a lot of the times is based off of like your environment and how you grew up. That's what forms your perception, your core values, your beliefs, is learning to live with one another and understand that what you might not enjoy, somebody else enjoys, and learning to live with that without making them feel like they're a bad person. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, let everyone have the expression to live their life. At the end of the day, it's their life to live. You know what
and
I
some
mean?
women just want to be housewives, and nothing is wrong with that. And some women were born to just be like that. You know, so don't don't think I'm talking about everybody with whatever. It's just some women just. I mean, and I guess it's none of my business. You know what you want to do with
No,
your
the
life.
thing is none of anyone's business.
Yeah,
Everybody's entitled to their own
yeah,
thing. The
yeah.
whole
If that's
thing.
what they want to, if you want to go to university for 4 or 5 years and then just go sit down and collect money from a man, if the man willing to give you the money,
Oh
fine.
God! Now
Just,
you're
just do
being
it. Just do your
messy. Now
thing.
you're so being messy.
Just
I
do your
was
thing,
just
yeah,
talking
man.
about freedom to express themselves,
No, but
like,
I'm saying if that's what,
and
that's
without
why I
people
say.
casting
That's why I
judgment.
say
You
not all
know.
women are cut from the same cloth. So the ones who want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. But the women who want a little bit of independence and want to get things for their own, just go and do it. Not everybody's gonna agree with our conversation right now. Not everybody's gonna like buy what we're saying. Everybody different. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead. If the man willing to do it, just why not? Why not take advantage of it? Some men just fool like that.
So we're moving on. We're moving on. We are going to talk about love languages. So the other day I had asked Saf for his love languages, and he was what his love language was. I have a habit of sometimes like talking really fast and my words all get I think it might be a Canadian thing or I don't know what it is. But yes, love language. And we actually took a test to find out. And I think you got a better understanding of what your love language was. So I have my results here, and we actually had some similarities. I think the top of the list was similar for one another. I have mine here. Excuse me. Quality time was number 1. Words of affirmation was 2. Acts of service, physical touch, and receiving gifts was the absolute last on my list. What was yours?
My number 1, quality time. Number 2, physical touch. Number 3, act of service. Then word of affirmation. Then receiving gifts was way at the bottom with 10%.
Yeah, so we're very similar in the aspect. I think the only difference was my second was words of
She love chat.
affirmation and yours was physical touch. No, it's not that I love to chat. I think is like I find that a lot of who you are again is how you grew up. And then there was at one point in time where I wasn't with my parents. So I think it's like I was in environments where it's like maybe sometimes you're just not
somebody to just just can't reassure you that
right, because sometimes in the environment I was in, I wasn't accepted, I was judged. And I think growing up it was like I just needed some words of affirmation. So That's why I have that. And you like to be touched. You like physical touch.
And I'm in bed.
Oh, please. It says it right there on your second list that it's
touch.
Physical touch. So I think for couples, it's important to have actually, do you guys know that 5 love languages, do you think it was created by a male or a female?
I don't know, somebody created though.
But what
seem like how I don't know who created the DMs and all that stuff. What do you think? The man or woman created?
But anyways, it was a man that created this. I think it's important because then sometimes in a marriage, it's so important to know. That's like for me, I actually didn't know that physical touch was quite important to him. So now that I'm aware of that, it's like, okay, I'm going to be maybe a little, if I'm too much, he would tell me I'm too much. But it's good to know. So then that way, you move accordingly in your relationship. Because sometimes you want something and you're like, why can't this person understand that this is what I want? Because you both have different love languages. The way you're expected or expect to be loved is different.
When I say I speak simple, it's the same thing I was pretty much saying the other day where I say, I just like to know that you're here, you're around. Like if I'm in the garage, I like to know that, you can just come down. So it's quality time.
Yeah.
Just want to be around
and the physical touch.
Listen, man. Physical. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start liking gifts,
But isn't that like I think that's where?
But yeah, guys, you can do yours. What's the name of the thing?
I'm not sure, but just search up your 5 love languages.
And you can put
yeah, and then I think it's a quiz of like 30 questions.
Look something like this. Results.
Yeah. And you can fill it out, and then that way, so walking into a relationship, or if you're in your new relationship or marriage and you're having some type of issues, you can, you at least are aware of what your love languages are. But if you're having some type of issues, I suggest counseling. And I actually really highly suggest premarital counseling. Why am I messing up my words today? Because I'm talking too fast.
Too much.
Like, no, I actually really think it's a good thing to do before you get married. So highly recommend that as well. And
that's it.
I think we're all talked out for
this
episode.
I'm still jet lagged. We have been waking up like 12 o'clock in the days. And guys, I'm an early riser.
Wild.
I'm an early riser. So, I've been waking up very late. And tomorrow we have a flight to another city.
We're going to a place called Tamale. So, we have to actually take 45-minute flight? That's all in Ghana.
Ghana, big man.
If you would drive, it would take you about 2 days. That's mind-blowing.
Madness. But yeah, guys, that's all the time we have for you today. We actually have to go on the road to sort out some stuff. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And thanks for joining.
Thanks for listening.
Fastlane Lifestyle. All you guys who are now joining us for the first time, Asafa Powell, the Sub-10 King, former world record holder in the 100 meters. Alicia Powell.
I am Alicia Powell.
Fashion model and most beautiful woman in the world.
Oh, wow.
Big up
words,
yourself.
Look at that. Words of affirmation right
Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Pow. And some days I just come up to you and say, babe, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're
but also, words of affirmation sometimes is more than that.
No, man, I know. That's just one of the words that just come.
Anyway, I'm just pulling his leg, guys.
Just accept it.
I don't want people to say, oh, she's ungrateful.
Man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again. And remember to like and subscribe to the Fastlane Lifestyle.
Leave comments.
Check out the Powells, guys. Check out the Powells.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Leave comments, leave a review if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. We love to see it.
You can follow Alicia on Instagram. It's what?
Miller Powell _ Alicia.
Miller Powell _ Alicia.
And yours is?
Oh man, again, I don't know. Asafa Sub-10 King. Yes. Just write Asafa Powell and you'll find it.
Yes.
Easy. You see the blue tick, it's me.
Sir, well, nowadays, everybody can have a blue tick.
Don't. I know them
That's
selling
another
blue
thing.
tick.
Let me leave this.
Listen,
And we
don't
talk
touch on it.
about it next
Yeah,
time.
leave that alone.
Why are we paying for
Leave people business
verifications?
alone.
Why?
Listen to me.
Why?
People been paying for things long time. People buy followers long time. So this is nothing compared to people buying followers.
No, I know, but the question for me is why does it is it to seek validation?
Well, we leave it there so you guys can drop your comment and
I'm
then
not judging. I just want to know
about
why.
it. We'll talk about it on the next episode. All right.
Dun, dun,
Boom.
dun.
Don't miss a beat.